Monday the 10th of January, also known as the second Monday of the month. It's time to turn on the iPhone again. Now I'm getting that lovely guillotine as I showed in the first unboxing video, which 250 people have already tuned into and watched for an average of 5 minutes, which is just brilliant. So thank you so much if you're coming from those videos. Thanks for sticking around for the post first week flip phone monthly video. This is the first one. Now getting that SIM tray out is actually a little bit harder than it was putting it in, I can tell you that. Oh wow, that was not pretty. Hopefully that hasn't damaged the SIM, well at least it's on video if it has. Yeah, and yeah, I've got a video I'm going to be cutting away to just after the titles, which is my feature of the month, which is, shockingly, phone call, and it is a rather amusing call with my brother Jeremy. So there it is, the ritual is complete. That reception should be coming back on. Now I'm hoping that this is going to work in America in February, where I'll be next month. But in the meantime, I'm going to set up the iPhone for the camera and tell you about my creative week using the Punkt phone. Roll the credits. Stay there with all the titles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
First week of the month, if you want me, call me on my burner. Couple flip phones. Yeah, nice little learner. Too much from you on the gram. Fam, I'll burn ya. Wish me flip like a burner. I'll spit fire bars and I'll burn ya. Let me paint you a picture.
Yeah, so that book is the contacts, and then you just click call, and there it is, calling. Conditional call forwarding is enabled. There he is, and turn speaker on. Alright mate, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Yeah. Jazz, you're on YouTube.
Huh?
You're on YouTube, mate.
Oh, I'm on it.
You're on it right now.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
How?
Camera and the internet.
No, wait. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just your voice.
Oh, okay. Fine. That's better, because otherwise probably get arrested.
Really? What? Oh, you you haven't got many clothes on, if any.
Well, I haven't got anything covering my butt.
Yeah. This is dangerous talk.
I'd best be asked.
Alright mate, well thanks for being my first call on my new Punkt phone.
That's alright. This is good.
Yeah. I saved your name as a contact so it didn't expose your number. So nothing's been exposed.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
Alright, you're the best.
Have
Stay
a
well.
good time getting changed upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm doing a poo.
Thanks for the info.
That's right. See ya.
See you, bye. That was good YouTube content, wasn't it, guys? Now let's see some fully dressed people. There's Ben Warner. There's Claire.
Hello.
Hello. There's the phone. People and technology living in harmony. Sorry, Ben, I'm blocking you and your iPad out. No more iPad. Books are good. iPad bad. Book good. iPad bad. Punkt phone good. iPad bad. TV bad. Doggy good.
The founder of LinkedIn said a funny thing. Each social media is a deadly sin. So which one's him? Clues in his name. My G Reed runs a money game. Cave, social.
My creative week. let's start with music. So my Bandcamp albums were Bad Timing by the Sooper Swag Project. Now you know it's a good sign when your Bandcamp CD comes with a lyrics in the iPod. That's always a good sign. But seriously, this album is amazing. James Acaster's Perfect Record podcast recommended it because it's 2016. And yeah, my favorite track was Sooper feat. Julia Steiner. It's amazing. It's an experimental hip hop trio from Chicago. This was actually their last record together. Namdi, the middle one's gone on his own. Yeah, they basically just trade bars, but they're like, you're in really safe hands. They like know their hip hop well. They're pushing the boundaries because they it's like math rock idea, which is like weird time signatures but applied to hip hop. And but I think Swooper's got to be the highlight track because it's basically, ironically, it's the most regular track. Like it actually sounds like it could chart. So yeah, it's quite chilled. It's quite lo-fi. Yeah, my track was a bit different. My single was the ethereal edition of Beautiful Bird by Adrian Freedman, performed by HoneyChurch, who's this amazing harpist. I got to know her. We both had our music in the micro camp conference, and yeah, she's great, man. It's just a very life and death affirming song. It's about grief for Adrian's mother. So yeah, go take a listen to those over on Bandcamp. And you know, speaking of lo-fi and chilled sounds, I heard Pink Pantheress won the BBC Sound of 22, and it made me feel a little bit better about my recording setup, because I have started recording again, as you'll know from the social track that's coming up at the end of this month. You heard a snippet of it at the beginning. Hear another snippet now. So, you know, here's the recording. So here's the recording studio right here. We got the padding, also known as a duvet cover. We've got the recording desk, also known as a MacBook Pro, and we've got a top quality microphone, also known as a Snowball Ice vlogging microphone with a pop filter on it. So yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. But look, if it's good enough for the BBC Sound of 22 winner, then bedroom pop all the way, right? Well, look, folks, onwards with my week, creative week. I'll start with the music-related thing. R.D. Laing's The Divided Self, seminal text in psychiatry. He basically humanized the 1% of our population that suffer from schizophrenia and other severe mental health issues, and basically tried to demedicalize them and make them more relatable to the usual human condition. Later scientific research has supported this idea that normal humans actually have multiple self-identities within them. And that's what I'm going to be exploring in The Divided Selfie LP, which has got its website up now, dividedselfie.ceruleansounds.com. Onward with just let's go here next. Everything is Fucked by Mark Manson related. It's about the human condition with regards to the problem of, it's kind of like, starts from nihilist, sort of Friedrich Nietzsche, Buddhist, everything is suffering, and then talks about how ways of generating hope that don't basically play into our worst human foibles of being like emotionally needy, sort of sheeple. And then a couple of enjoyable novels. Julian Barnes's Arthur and George, a wonderful tale of British society malfunctioning as we are currently seeing with our leadership. You can check my the New Year's news post on ceruleansounds.com for the Downing Street party scandal, how, you know, MC Beasley called it a while back. And yeah, The Unexpected Return of Josephine Fox by Claire Gradridge, and I'm reading it from Jan Moorings, it says there. And she is shouted out in the acknowledgements because she wrote it in the writing group with them. There it is, in Chandler's Ford, which is a suburb of Eastleigh, where I'm from. And yeah, this is set in Romsey, where I'm currently staying. This is my brother's place. It's the bedroom where the pop is recorded. So I will be looking forward to telling you more about the Punkt phone in future months. It all depends on, will it work in the United States? Because I know for a fact that the Light Phone 2, this is the international edition, which does not work in North America. My buddy Bargov's got a North American one in Switzerland, which he might not be using anymore. But let's just hope that the Punkt is a single international version. That's my big question for you guys. Does anyone know, is it the version? And then secondly, can anyone resolve this discussion we've been having of, is this a different model than the MP02A, different model from the original BlackBerry version? Or is this the same? Features I'm planning on covering, I had a request from a guy called Ian Mack last time to look at Wi-Fi tethering. It's definitely really high up on my list, as I'll be traveling in the US with this iPad. And I will also be soon covering any ways of contact syncing, like the Light Phone was, because I was pretty much just working on getting calls from random numbers during the week. And yeah, what else to say really? Yeah, please do make any other requests of specific features you want me to cover about the Punkt. I will get to the Signal integration probably in April. So I'm just taking things a month at a time, getting used to it. But I've got to say, man, it was a really great week. Just using this once a week. I got through like nearly 4 books. I'm just finishing off 2 of them before I leave to the US next Monday. So, you know, it's clearly helped me just focus up. I recorded the whole of, produced the whole of the social track. You heard the first verse. You're going to be hearing verses in each of these vlog videos coming the second Monday of each month. Please do subscribe and stick around for them. It was so great to see 5 people have subscribed already from the unboxing. Yeah, like I really want you guys to get involved. So in the comments, ask me if there's any features you want me to cover over the next 11 months. I'll be using the Punkt MP02 for 1 week of each of those months. And then final thing I wanted to say, one of those subscribers helped me clear a milestone. I'm on a mission for 1,000 subscribers so that I can become monetized as part of the YouTube Partner Program. 500 is going to be a big milestone because, you know, I can at other creators and collaborate more. But, you know, here at quarter of the way there. So I wanted to do a video to come out with the February edition of this vlog, and it will just be called Quarter K AMA, and it's basically going to be a quarter of a minute of me answering as many AMA questions as I can answer. It can be about my music, it can like how I'm trying to make it as an independent artist without label support or even a manager. It can be about how I use technology. It can be about my opinions on how we can fight big tech and be independent artists better. It can be about MC Beastly, how this alter ego developed that I'm making this my second album about is like my first album, Small Town Dreamer, is a double album, 2 different artist personas. So yeah, please do leave a comment here, drop me an email, or just get in touch with me any way you can. And I'm gonna try and do the fastest AMA ever, in the style of the guy who does the 10-second album reviews. So it's going to be 15 seconds. So it's just going to be flashing the question up and answer. So I can probably get through about 3 to 5 maybe. So that's what we'll aim for. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in for this second First Week vlog, all about my life without a smartphone. And I'm glad to be back on it, ready for Brits by the Beach, the joint LA tour of myself and Mr. Young Era. In the meantime, this time I really want to say, roll those credits, a burner.
We might spit fire tweets, never read them. 4th week, tick-tock, tick-tock on the clock, cause we're back on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Burner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're back on.
First week of the month, if you want me, call me on my burner. Couple flip phones.